Alrighty, we're gonna be doing something fun and new today. Do you guys like fun and new things? Today we're gonna be talking about The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie, not to be confused with The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which is also about a day that Earth blows up. For those of you who don't know, and that might be quite a few of you because there's been like no marketing for this movie, there is a full-length Looney Tunes movie in theaters right now that's completely done as 2D animation, which is like insane, right? Not only a 2D animated movie, but a feature-length Looney Tunes movie, which has never been done before. Now, I know we've had Space Jam, A New Legacy, and Looney Tunes Back in Action, but as far as a purely, completely animated Looney Tunes movie, this is unprecedented. So, for those of you who love animation and want to see a return to form for traditional animation, go out and check this movie out, because not only is this movie breaking ground on like old ground by doing this weirdly unprecedented thing, it's also a really good movie. But what is The Day the Earth Blew Up about? Well, it is a completely unhinged, absurdist comedy about an alien that comes to Earth to force everyone to chew bubblegum that turns them into zombies. And Daffy Duck and Porky Pig get caught up in this entire thing, along with a new friend named Petunia Pig, who apparently was in the Looney Tunes show, but I never really watched that. And now they all have to come together to find a way to stop this zombie invasion and save the world from this alien, and it is off to the races. This movie is as absolutely unhinged as the plot sounds. Like, I can't even go into spoilers, and not that I can't, I won't go into spoilers because I want you to go see this movie. This is a very funny movie. The animation in it is gorgeous. There were several times where I was just completely blown away by how pristine and clean it looked. Like, 2D animation is not old hat. In fact, for the majority of animation history, it's been traditionally 2D animated. And this movie blends like all of those old techniques with like modern sensibilities, or at least like modern technology, but not in a way that overshadows those old techniques. This is a very, very, very funny movie. It uses its medium to its fullest extent. And there are just some sight gags and jokes and movements and things that can be done in 2D animation that simply cannot be replicated in any other way. And the people behind this movie knew this, and they wanted to like take all the opportunity to show the best of what 2D animation can do. It is very important that people go see this movie because it's going to show all these executives, even Warner Brothers, which had so little faith in this movie that they actually auctioned it off to another production / distribution studio called Ketchup Entertainment to get the movie out. They literally bought this movie to save it from being a write-off, just like Acme versus Coyote was. And we'll probably never see that, but I'm very happy that we got this one. It was made on like a shoestring budget. It was like $40 million or something, which really isn't a lot. I mean, we just got done talking about Nezha, which was done on an $80 million budget, if I'm remembering correctly. And recently, Dogman was done on a $40 million budget. The voice cast is incredible. They do an amazing job. The energy in this movie is very high. And you can tell that everyone working on it knew that this was like going to be the only shot they have. Like, they had been given a golden god opportunity to show the world that 2D animation is still viable, and they are absolutely pushing it as much as they can. Not in the marketing, but I just mean within the film itself. It lives up to the name, the Looney Tunes name. It is absolutely loony, and I am so happy that it exists. And even if we don't get another one, at least not for another bajillion years, I can see myself getting this on Blu-ray if it ever gets a Blu-ray release, because it's just an important piece of history. I mean, the last 2D animated movie released in theaters that I can think of, at least mainstream, was like the Bob's Burgers movie, and that was years ago. And before that, it was Teen Titans Go. And I'd have to say this is like well beyond those two movies. Even though I enjoyed both of those, it just goes completely off the wall. Like, it is bouncing off the walls in a way that we haven't actually seen the Looney Tunes do in quite some time. I mean, this really feels like a return to form, not just for the medium of animation, but for the Looney Tunes in general. It's a movie that was definitely a huge risk, and I'm absolutely shocked that it got greenlit to begin with, but here we are. The Day the Earth Blew Up is a delight, and I cannot recommend this movie enough. Please go out and support it. It is absolutely worth your time. Go see it. I don't want to spoil things, but there are plot twists in this movie that are so crazy that I don't even think you guys would believe me if I told you how crazy this shit gets. It's absolutely unhinged, off the wall, and worth every penny that it costs to buy the ticket to see it. And every second I spent in that theater. There was like only 4 other people in the theater, which was like grandparents and like their 2 grandchildren. But I'm glad they were there to see it too. And man, I want to go see it again. I want to take someone to see this movie. I always say that. I want to take someone to see this movie. I want to go see this movie in a packed theater. I want to get a whole group of people to be like, yo, let's just go out and support this movie and have a great time. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this. I hope that this review ends up being a success, and I will see you all next time.